Character over comfort for survival is the message from Patricia Depass, egg farmer, business whiz, and Nutrimix's March 2016 stamp of approval, as she is the company's Female Extraordinaire of the Month. Growing up around the egg business all her life, Ms. Depass has the belief that farming is critical to any economy, as people will always need to eat.
Well, I actually was brought up among chickens. My father was one of the biggest farmers here in Jamaica. His name was Norrie Demetrius, along at the time with Mr. McGann and so on. Everybody knows Mr. McGann, but not a lot of people know Norrie Demetrius. But he was a similar size like Mr. McGann. And as children, we were trained, and Daddy used us to pick up eggs and to feed the birds and to grade eggs. And as I had said on the calendar, from young, when most of my holidays were spent racing my brothers on how fast we can grade eggs. So when the eggs came in, they came to the home, we would set up grading, and me and my brothers would grade out. So that's my introduction to farming. Well, you notice the pens are constructed in such a way that the air passes through the pen according to how the air is generated and how it naturally flows. It's very important because the birds have feathers, and they normally use the feathers to fan themselves and to keep themselves cool. So the airflow is very important. Not only that, the respiratory system is very sensitive, so fresh air is very important for them to keep the breathing process without obstruction. The pens were originally constructed as a broiler farm. It was later converted to an egg farm. When I took over the farm totally in 1997, well, I should say it was constructed to have 3 pens of 4,000 birds each pen. And you know, in farming, it's all in, all out. That sort of process can't survive in the present economy. And it is too expensive to change 4,000 birds at one time. So I thought that it was better to have several smaller pens with birds of different ages. So the pressure wouldn't be on me to change 4,000 birds every year or 8,000 birds every year. Presently, I change 6,000 birds every year, but I space it out and change 2,000 at a time. So each pen is divided in half, and there is a space in the middle to allow for not too much of a closeness. And so I have 6 2,000 pens, and I find that works very well, and I'm able to manage that very well. And I have some white birds, as you will know, although white birds are not a big seller on the local market. For economical purposes and actually profit, the white birds are actually better. I think temperamentally too, the white birds are better. And the white birds are a little smaller. The conversion of feed to egg is a whole lot better. And you can make more money off a white bird. When you just buy some birds, you have to see to it what the health of the bird is. The feces is a very good indicator of the health of the bird, the color of the feet and the color of the comb. So the comb should be red and it should be full. The feet should be yellow. Well, it's not really so important that them have all them feathers, because birds tend to be cannibalistic sometimes and they do pick one another. And the feces should be green like an ice cream, and it should come down like an ice cream cone with a little white on top. So once the birds are like that, once the feces is runny or there's drooling from the mouth too, and so on, those are indicators that maybe the bird is not that healthy. A bird that is not healthy is not going to give you a healthy egg. So it's very important that the water be of a good quality, the feed is nutritionally sound and well balanced, and it's also very important that they be dewormed and deliced and all the things that affect that. So you need to check for those things also. And you have your regular program of worming in and delicing. So you put your 7's powder in the nests and on the ground to control the lice, and you worm them, 24-hour worming, maybe every 3 months or so. Well, it's well known that birds' eggs can carry 2 types of bacteria, which is Salmonella and E. coli. And these are sometimes waterborne and type of bacteria. So the health of the bird is very important for the health of the egg, and the health of the egg is good for you because you can't eat something that is contaminated. You know what I mean? I have had the ministry when we were exporting eggs. They have tested the eggs from time to time, and fortunately for me, I have not really had a problem so far. I did have a problem some years ago with the water. I have purchased my own truck and I try to find where good water is, and I source and carry the water for myself. We buy them at 18 weeks. That is called ready to lay at 18 weeks. Normally when they come, they have just started laying. So this is the reason why I will come up and I will inspect, because you have to pay for them and they are expensive. So you have to ensure that you have a healthy bird. And Newport Mills, that supplies me with the birds, they have their lab facilities and so on. So if I come up and I notice anything, we have a good comradeship and we have a good support from them. So I will be able to tell them what is happening with the birds, and I can always carry a bird to the lab where they are dissected, and if there's a serious problem, then medication is prescribed, and then you give the birds the medication, which you have to do from time to time. Women in business, wonderful. They make better business people. Maybe they don't take as much risk as men do, and they tend to be safe, and they tend to want to do things, and sometimes that's not so good, because to be successful in business there is an element of risk taking. However, women like to nurture. They are naturally mothers, and because of that they know how to nurture the young plants and young birds, and they have that motherly approach to farming, which is really a very good thing. And probably they make more excellent farmers than men do. I wish more women would take it up. The powers that be would have to make resources available so that women feel they can get more into farming and not into driving trucks and buses and into construction, because I notice more women are getting into those fields. But I would love to see more women into piggery, into eggs, into broiler farming, and even into herbs and other things. And it's a wonderful, it's satisfying. It's satisfying. I think we were originally made to be farmers and to till the soil, and it's really very satisfying.
Being a farmer means I call my own shots, and to me, being independent is absolutely priceless. Patricia Depass.